like, "Oh, did you hear about this thing that happened?" I'm like, I had no idea until she sent me the link.
Straight ahead on the Good Morning Show, more reaction from students at Florida State as a fellow student is accused of killing her mother and stepfather and is denied bail. Plus,
I heard teachers running out the classrooms.
The kids over there start yelling and screaming, and then that's when the teacher came and she picked the little girl up and started running down the hallway, and that's when the police and the ambulance came.
A third grader in Georgia is taken into custody after accidentally shooting another student. We'll have the latest on that.
And posing for a selfie with a rattlesnake. Do you think the story has a happy ending? I'll have the answer in today's What's Trending.
all right, thanks, Charlene. And meteorologist Rob Nugotola is in to let us know if you'll feel a difference when you step outside this morning.
Live from the WCTV studios, this is the Good Morning Show. Coverage you can count on.
Well, everybody, thanks a lot for joining us today. 6:01, a selfie with a rattlesnake. It was not Shonda. Let's just say that.
Never gonna be Shonda with that selfie. No, thank you.
A snake of any size or shape.
No, thank you. All right, but let's talk about this forecast.
Okay, let's do it.
Things are certainly changing out there.
There's a lot of improvement for today, for tomorrow, but it's temporary improvement. Let's do it. Let's see what's going on out there. We've got the radar picture dialed up. Nothing left here. We did have a couple of showers that wanted to linger, especially in some southern and eastern areas overnight. This is the last 12 hours, and we're going to get past midnight, and we're still going to see some showers. Parts of Taylor County, Madison County, Lafayette County, Suwannee County, and that's where the boundary was just struggling to get through. Drier air to our north will take over for today, for tomorrow, and that'll give us a bigger variety in temperatures, especially this morning and tomorrow morning. The afternoons are still going to be hot, but take a look at where we're starting. 64 at Blakely and at Marianna, 65 at Camilla, 66 for Bainbridge and in Monticello. It's still 72 for Tallahassee and for Carabel and for St. Mark's. It's still 77 in Cross City. So there's that variety where the dry air has had a little bit more time to filter in and allow the temperatures to drop a little bit more. I think over the next day or two, we're going to keep the showers pushed out south and east. They'll come back with the sea breezes by the weekend, and then a lot of our focus over the weekend is going to shift to the south, to the east, as we watch what Tropical Storm Erica decides to do. For the next couple of days, it'll still be hot, although less humid, low 90s kind of hot. Got a full breakdown. We'll talk tropics in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Rob. Well, a court denies bond for an FSU student accused of killing her mother and stepfather in Tampa.
Matt Galka spoke with the students living in the same dorm as Nicole Nachman and has more on her arrest.
This video shows Florida State student Nicole Nachman making her first appearance in a Tallahassee courtroom Saturday. Nachman is accused of shooting and killing her mother and stepfather in Hillsborough County. She's being held in Tampa now, but the aftermath of her alleged crime is still being felt on campus. Nachman drove to FSU Friday after the alleged murders and went to Smith Hall. She's been a student at the school since 2013. Students we caught up with were shocked that she lived in their dorm. Cam Bradley didn't know Nachman, but says the arrest was an odd start to the school year.
It's crazy. I mean, it could have happened anywhere. I think it's just, the odds that it happened in my dorm was a little weird,
Camilo Alvarez says his mom sent him the story online and was shaken up.
My mom sent me a link. She's like, "Oh, did you hear about this thing that happened?" I'm like, I had no idea until she sent me the link.
The police report says Nachman had heard screaming voices in her head, urging her to commit the killings. Katie Bloodwell had just found out about what happened when we caught up with her leaving the dorm.
You're meeting a bunch of new people and you don't know where they came from, which is interesting on its own, but it's weird to think that somebody our age has already been down that path.
Nachman reportedly confessed to the crime to other people when she arrived on campus. In Tallahassee, Matt Gelka, WCTV Eyewitness News.
Authorities say Nachman reportedly told a woman at FSU if anyone asked, she was in her dorm room Thursday night.
Well, a Georgia student is recovering from her wounds this morning after being shot at school. School officials say that a third-grade student at W.S. Hornsby School in Augusta was playing with a gun in his desk yesterday when it went off and the bullet actually grazed another student, prompting the entire school to go on lockdown.
A student was playing with a weapon inside his desk. The weapon discharged and grazed a student in her side. The student was conscious and has been taken to the hospital for observation. The student who brought the weapon to school has been taken into custody.
Police said the boy who brought the .380 caliber handgun to school was questioned and released to his parents. No decisions on charges have been made. Again, the victim remains at a nearby hospital.
Atlanta police say they're searching for the mother of a newborn baby that was left outside a house on the city's southwest side. Police say the hours-old baby was found Monday night. Baby girl was wrapped in a Hello Kitty blanket and still had her umbilical cord attached. The infant was taken to a local hospital. Authorities are focusing on finding the mother to make sure she has received proper medical treatment.
Well, Florida Governor Rick Scott is requesting a presidential disaster declaration after recent flooding affected several counties. Seenhatchee and southern Taylor County is one of those areas that could receive federal assistance. County officials say 36 homes have been affected by flooding and 4 have been destroyed. They say they're still hopeful the county will receive assistance.
We've had more numbers than we've had in the past, so we've received a declaration with fewer numbers, so we really don't know. We're trying to remain optimistic.
The state of Florida and Taylor County have already declared a state of emergency for the area.
Well, this is not what students and staff at the USF wanted to see the first week of school, that's for sure. The sinkhole opened on Monday on a campus road. Crews measured the hole yesterday morning and say it is nearly 20 feet deep. The road is now closed and drivers are being rerouted.
Well, today a community leader is slated to announce details about an event honoring the former living and interim presidents of a local university. Later this morning, Reverend R.B. Holmes will hold a press conference announcing FAMU's Legacy Banquet. The Bethel Empowerment Foundation Incorporated and the FAMU Foundation are joining forces to celebrate FAMU's living presidents and raise financial support for FAMU's athletics programs during the 2015 Legacy Banquet. The press conference is today at 11 a.m. at the Bethel Missionary Baptist Church. The Legacy Banquet is tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the FAMU Grand Ballroom. Well, the hooded figure internet mystery may soon be solved.
And is your hand worth a selfie with a snake? Eyewitness News reporter Charlene Cristobal joins us live in studio with the latest trends on social media. Charlene?
Thanks, guys. Well, a cloaked figure was rumored to have been appearing randomly around a North Carolina apartment complex over the weekend and dropping raw meat near a playground. And it made waves on the internet, people wondering who exactly this person was. Well, mystery solved, sort of. According to BuzzFeed, the property owner said that one of the residents came forward saying the figure may be her daughter. She was dressing up as part of a drama studies project, but it still doesn't explain the raw meat. A California man may lose his hand after he tried to take a selfie with a rattlesnake. 36-year-old Alex Gomez spotted a 6-foot snake in the field on his family's ranch and decided that would be something cool to take a picture with. Gomez's cousin says the rattlesnake gave him plenty of warning beforehand. Once bitten, Gomez started experiencing a lot of pain and his hand began to swell. He's currently being treated with antivenom.
You know, I thought when you said this, I was imagining someone at a museum where there was a rattlesnake and there was a handler there.
Yeah, maybe an expert helping him.
Right, helping him out. Really? He just saw one out there and thought he'd pick it up?
Question is,
that's going to go over well.
what did we expect? You know?
Yeah, what did you think he was going to do, kiss you? No.
I mean, if it's rattling, I'm not going to pick it up. That's usually
Guess what?
I think.
If it's not rattling, I'm not going to pick it up.
Even if it's non-poisonous, just leave it alone.
I wouldn't get close to it.
You got all that important safety tips. Leave the snakes by themselves.
No selfies.
snakes.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. We got lots to talk about with the weather forecast. It's still going to be hot. It's still summertime, but you take some of the humidity away. It starts off a little bit better out there, and it feels a little less nasty. Got so much to break down with the weather. We'll do it right after this.